very first night here in Italy, and we've come to a little tiny sleepy village. Well, it's not sleepy, I'm sure, on a busy summer's day, but this is where my dad used to spend his summer weekends from Rome swimming, and I've got black and white photographs which I'll insert one in the video to show you. But he used to come down here on the weekends with his friends from Rome to come swimming and probably chat up girls. Oh, there's another man that chats up girls. Fancy meeting you here.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. So there you go, and that's a beautiful villa that I'll have to get the name for you, but it's stunning. It's just behind the little hotel we're staying in, which is super sweet, called L'Isola, and we have a beautiful view out to the ocean, the Mediterranean, which I'll show you a photograph of that as well. What are you thinking about, David? You're looking very pensive.
I'm thinking of the answers I'm going to give you to the questions you might ask me, but I don't know what your questions are yet. So,
And there was the first one. So
how... While you think of the questions, I'm going to have a sip.
Oh, cheers to that. I'll join you. Cheers, my darling. Oh, nectar of the gods. So we're both a bit tired and jet lagged, and probably will hit the sack fairly early this evening. But tell me, in this noisy, cute little square here in Santa Marinella, how do you feel about being in Italy?
It was surreal, the journey to get here, but now we're here, it's like, yes, we can enjoy.
Does it feel like home already?
Yeah.
I know how you feel. I know. I felt just like this afternoon as we were driving here, I felt like, yeah, this is where I belong. This is where we're meant to be.
And I got used to driving on the other side of the road straight away. So.
And darling, look at you. You're talking with your hands like an Italian already. Cheers, sweetheart. I love you. Welcome to Italia.
Welcome.
Benvenuto.
Buonasera.
Buonasera. Buongiorno from Santa Marinella. Sun is just rising. It's going to be another warm one. Humid, I think. Maybe even a chance of a thunderstorm, they said. But this morning is just delightful. There's pine tree in the garden. My mum loves those. We went through so many of the flat-topped Roman pinoli trees yesterday driving here. And this morning, once we've had breakfast, we'll be taking off for Tuscany and Chianni. How exciting. Buongiorno! Isn't it lovely to have our first breakfast in such a pretty spot? I just am in love with the tiles, and we have a lovely Nelly is serving us a beautiful breakfast. He just made us a cappuccino. Certo, grazie.
Questi sono vuoti, quindi
vuoti? Ok, sì, quello che vogliamo. Va bene. Perfetto, grazie. E poi guarda un po'. Look outside. Oh, I need my sunglasses on. The cat that I photographed before is lying on the roof, and there's the Mediterranean, and we're going to sit up here. We have our cappuccinos waiting for us, and that beautiful church was ringing bells late last night, about 9, and they were so beautiful and musical just to lull us to sleep. But it's just so beautiful to be here and to be in a spot that I know was so precious to my dad. So let's start our day, and Chianni, here we come. So we're still in Santa Marinella, which I'm so impressed with the beautiful seaside architecture. This is full. My father wasn't wrong to come down here on the weekends when he was a boy, because it is absolutely full of the most magnificent. I'm not sure if that's, I wonder what architecture that is, darling. I'm just trying to think what style it is. I think it would be 20th century, probably, like early 1900s.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah,
I'd need to check, but it's just beautiful, and every building has gorgeous rooftop terraces and beautiful colours, all the lovely earthy between the ochres and the terracotta colours and the creams and the whites. Some of them are blue and white, very seaside. And as you can see, it's early. We've just had breakfast and no one's really about yet, but always a good time to have a stroll, isn't it, when cars are not whizzing about and everyone's still fairly quiet. But I thought I'd just show you around Santa Marinella because we are so... Hello, Micio. Buongiorno. Lots of cats. We noticed quite that the hotel owner had quite a few very sweet, docile cats lying around in the sun this morning. So we're coming down. And of course, this is the coast of Lazio, which is the region where Rome is. We haven't hit Tuscany yet. We won't until later today. Well, not too much later, actually. But again, all these beautiful seaside villas. And now we're coming down. I think there's going to be a very long promenade by what we saw on the map, and we're not sure if we've hit it in the right spot or not here by walking through here. But we did see a car drive along, so we're hoping we can. Or maybe not. Maybe not. We've made a mistake. Not to worry. We will just come down here and see what we see. And I don't have my gimbal with me, sorry. I meant to bring my gimbal for the walk today, but we thought we'd just have a quick morning walk, so I'll use it later today. And we might not see everything from here. No, we won't. Not to worry. So the next spot we go to will be the beach, where we'll see a lot more, I think. So I finally found the actual spiaggia of Santa Marinella, where my dad would have hung out. I'm sure the black and white photograph that I was sharing with you would have been taken on this very strip of sand. As David taking, Io amo Santa Marinella. I am d'accordo. Oh, more of those beautiful villas. Gosh, look at these places that are overlooking the sea. Aren't they just beautiful? And of course, when Dad used to come, it was just nothing on the beach. You know, there wasn't all of this kind of thing with all the setup of all the umbrellas and all that, which they do now. But I must admit, it's very Italian, and I think it looks pretty gorgeous, actually. So you've got all the little beach clubs, and all the way up to the point there. And you would have lifeguards here, and of course you've got the cafe on the beach and all the usual things. So, and they've got little, what do you call them? Little sea breaks, I suppose you would call them, to stop it from getting too wavy in here, because this part here could get quite wavy, I'm sure, at times, and that way it keeps the swimming area nice and calm for everybody. And we had a beautiful breakfast by the sea, but there are people here in the cafe doing the same. Amore! We are officially in Tuscany! David?
Yay!
Delayed reaction from the public! And there are cypress trees and olive trees, and it's traffic, of course, because we're not on the prettiest stretch of the road, but we are finally in Tuscany. Sorry about the jiggling, but I noticed the video kept on jumping if I popped it down somewhere flat, so all of a sudden we have started to see a few rolling hills after being in a very flat zone of Lazio, and we are now approaching the beautiful little part of Tuscany, southern Tuscany, where Orbetello, where we're going to be driving across to a little island which is attached to the mainland, or where Porto San Stefano is. We're going to try and have a little look at that. But we are finally in our region in Toscana. So very, very excited to be here now. How gorgeous. We're going straight through like a very old Roman wall by the looks of things. That's amazing. Wow. How beautiful is this, David? Ooh.
We made it.
How gorgeous. Oh. Stop for pedestrians, even when filming.
Go left or right?
I'm not sure, Danny. I think it looks like you have to go right, because that's a stop. So we'll just follow around Porto Ercole. There you go. This is taking us to the port. Trattoria. We'll just film a little bit of the... So this will be going towards Porto Ercole and Porto San Stefano. I think. Ah, here we go. This is where the main part of the drive is, I think. Let's just go straight ahead for now. Ah, there we go. Now you can, oh, this person wants to park. The first time I've seen a sign with Firenze. So we are now definitely in our zone when you see places like Firenze and Pisa on street signs. Isn't that glorious? Feeling very much in Tuscany now. Oh wow. Tuscany by the sea. This is spectacular. Lots of trees, unfortunately. Oh gosh, look at this. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Look at those colours. So this is Porto Santo Stefano that we're coming into, and here we are arriving into the actual beautiful ports of Porto Santo Stefano. Sorry about the building, because I keep on, there we go. How's that for a view? Isn't that glorious? So this is where you can catch the boats across to the Isola di Giglio. But how lovely is that? So this is kind of like a hidden gem, I would say, in Tuscany that not that many people really know about. So we're just going past the ferry point here, and then the beautiful township ahead of us with a castle. There's a parking person, David. So we've now parked the car at Porto Santo Stefano, and just showing you, we're just right on the port here. We've just parked right on the port, where, as you can see, there's lots of beautiful boats, sailing boats, yachts. The big ferry leaving for different places like Isola di Giglio and probably other destinations is leaving just there. Oh, and there's my happy travel companion. And as you can see, it's just so pretty. And behind us there's a castello up on the hill here. We're going to wander on up. Different people speaking different languages, of course. Tourists are still around. And we're going to head up and probably have a cold drink or something just up on the little cafes up there. There's a lovely breeze blowing, thank goodness. So we have just taken the turning into the hills, and we are now just under 30 kilometers from Chianni. So here we come, Chianni, we're not far now.